What's going on, guys? Kenneth Trauber here. Some of you guys may know me from competing. I'm with Team Soundcheck. Shout out to Vinyl Villain on the shirts. Also Team Banging on a Budget. Some of the local guys from around here in the Midwest, we compete together. Anyway, wanted to give you guys an idea of what I've been working on here. Something I'm gonna try to actually step by step kind of do a build out of and try to put it all on film. So, by the way, this is the absolute messiest my garage has ever been. Oh, and there's the project. Just show you guys around here what I'm always working with. Always building speakers and variations of soft parts and baskets and all the stuff it takes to try to get loud, break things in the process. This was from my Explorer. As some of you might know, I haven't done so well in DB drag, but I've got about 4 championships, I think, in Mecca. Won 3rd place in drag finals a couple years back, but hoping to change that with this guy. So, shout out to RP from Soundcheck. He actually got me this last year, and I actually hit it pretty hard, started working on it like crazy, and then realized that the show schedule was going to be basically nothing as far as DB drag last year because of COVID. So I just kind of focused on Mecca, got that done, and now we're back on this. But interior is actually already back in this vehicle. This floor's already been fully deadened, mostly Vibraflex, Sundown Vibraflex if you want to call it. I haven't touched the roof yet. I have not touched the doors yet. And under the hood is pretty open as well, which, as you can see, literally open. So hopefully here in the next few weeks there's going to be a couple excess power S5s under here. They're under hood safe lithiums. A little better look with some light on. So yeah, hopefully going to have some excess power S5 Titanates there. Shout out to Sean Mayo and Scotty Johnson at Excess Power. Let's get some of those batteries in here. So a lot of guys have probably never even seen the inside of a Panda. People are pretty secretive about them. I'm not going to give you guys all the secrets in the world or anything, but they are small. No doubt about that. Super flat windshield, straight glass, which I'm not loud enough to ever break it, but I hear these are a lot easier to replace if you do. The back of the interior has the hammock style seat. As you can see, I don't have any windows in here right now. Laying back there on the floor. Anyway, these seats are literally hammocks, and I thought people were crazy when I got this all set up and got everything in it. The seat wasn't actually in it, it was in a box, and I thought someone had given me the cover to a couch. It is literally a hammock. It's basically a 2-layer piece of cloth on 2 bars, and that's about it. Not a whole lot to it. Even has a ridiculous design on it. And like I said, I'll be doing a little bit of a build log on this, and to be honest with you, I'm not sure if I'm doing anything differently than anyone else, because people are incredibly secretive about these builds. And I don't have a whole lot to work with. I mean, we do have obviously a really loud one that Buds has built, but I am doing some things differently here. It may fail, it may work. Only testing will show the result, and hopefully I'll know that. I'd say I got about 3 weeks before I can get some real testing in this. Aside from getting batteries in there, also get all this wire in here. Again, shout out to Excess Power. So that 1/aught excess flex. I plan on keeping everything under the hood, unlike a lot of people. One reason being is because the more you keep out of the cabin in such a vehicle like this, and really most vehicles that I've ever tested, they tend to get louder the more stuff you get out of the cabin and out of the airflow of the waves, I guess you would say. Pretty much get a clear path from box to mic. And the best way to do that is to get batteries out of the way. It'd be nice to have the amp out of the way, but I don't think I'm going to get away with that one. Still have to put that on the back of the box. But yeah, it will be Panda style box, just kind of modified, like you've probably seen a few of the Panda guys with 215s. Almost like a Corsa box, 15 on each side, port in the middle. And I'll work with a lot of different variations of that. And of course, a lot of variation of subs. So these are actually some compact recones that I used. And these are the Sundown compact Neos in here. I still gotta get them taken out. But yeah, I'll work on those, and I've got some other new things I want to work on. Some cones I brought in from China recently I want to give a shot. Super flexible carbon fiber. And some of these spiders, these are the spiders from RP. And I've got some new super flexible black spiders I want to test. It's the STP Bomb Arrow. And it is fairly similar to guys that have been used to seeing Alphard double rigid. But I think I like the adhesive on this a little bit better. Unlike a Vibraflex, I do actually stick this in place and use the adhesive, and then layer by layer it goes on quite well. Now in all the areas where I'm trying to fill voids or use on the floor in really thick layers, I use the Sundown Digner, which just cracked a piece, but in these temperatures it's actually almost as rigid as the Bomb Arrow. And one cool thing about it is this piece is not ruined. I think you can actually remelt this, get it all back together in one solid piece when it's all finalized and rolled out, super heated up. This stuff becomes really malleable in the summer, which is one reason I don't use it on the roof personally. Not saying you won't get good results if you do, I just don't prefer it. It's cold in Kentucky right now, but really hot in the summer. So here's another thing I've been working on. If anybody's ever dealt with some serious SPL, US Composites spray foam, stuff is absolutely ridiculous and an absolute nightmare to try to install vertically into a vehicle. And now I've permanently stained my floor forever. But yeah, I really don't know quite what the plan is yet for this Panda. I know that I'll be doing some DB drag class of some form, possibly Pro Stock 5K. It kind of depends. Bud Ballinger, he's got the white one that Dennis Anderson used to use over in Europe, and as you know, it's doing crazy scores. Like, well, I won't say the scores out loud, but they're loud. As you know, the world record he holds right now is 158 flat, I think, and there's definitely more on the table. I know they've kind of dabbled with Pro Stock 5K, and I think they actually might have the world record in Pro Stock 5K right now. So kind of have to see if they decide they want to stay in 2K or move up, and then I'll kind of decide from there. But like I said, I do intend on probably doing 2 subs, and one reason is because a sub that is really loud on 5K, you don't get a whole lot of burps out of it before you break them. So I'm going to do, you know, low power testing with different speakers here and there. In fact, I want to try some of those new Directronics 15s, the modified E series he's got. Shout out to Dan Horder at Directronics. Those are pretty awesome. And give those a shot and see what they do. And it's kind of one thing I want to do with this car too, is just kind of test some different amps and subs along the way, just for fun. See what we can do, kind of like a real-time, real-world amp dyno type thing. But this was just kind of an intro to show you guys what I've been working on, and I'll see what we can do, and I'll make some updates as we go. Thanks for watching, guys.